From a rooftop shadow to a name in custody, Tyler Robinson, a CCUSED sniper in the Charlie Kirk assassination, has been arrested tonight. We uncover the arrest, the evidence, and the storm now gripping America. This morning, we can confirm breaking news in the investigation into the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. After days of speculation and a nationwide manhunt, multiple law enforcement sources now identify the suspect as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson of Utah. Authorities say Robinson has been in state custody for several hours, quietly held while investigators verified his identity and connection to the shooting. The arrest marks a pivotal shift in the case from shadowy rooftop footage of a fleeing figure to a name, a face, and a trail that can now be examined in full. According to sources close to the investigation, Robinson is already being processed through standard legal channels, with state charges likely to come first since murder falls under state jurisdiction. But federal authorities are deeply involved, combing through every detail for potential federal violations, including interstate weapons purchases, online activity, and possible ties to extremist groups. For days, investigators pieced together fragments: a rooftop perch, a hidden rifle, smudged palm prints, and thousands of public tips. Now, with Robinson's arrest, every clue has a sharper focus. The manhunt may be over, but the real story why he pulled the trigger and how he planned his escape is just beginning to unfold. With Tyler Robinson now in custody, investigators are moving quickly to unlock the digital footprint that could explain how this assassination came together. Sources confirm that search warrants are being prepared for his home, personal devices, and any storage connected to him. Laptops, phones, and online accounts will all be seized and analyzed for evidence of planning, motive, or accomplices. Experts say in today's investigations, digital data can be just as critical as fingerprints revealing browsing history, encrypted messages, or even receipts for the weapon that was used. The rifle recovered in the woods near Utah Valley University is now being traced back through serial numbers and purchase records, with authorities asking whether Robinson bought it himself or if someone else placed it in his hands. Every click, every login, every call can help piece together a timeline that stretches from the rooftop where Charlie Kirk was shot to the moment Robinson was led away in handcuffs. While officials stress this remains a state-level murder case, the FBI and federal prosecutors are examining whether federal charges may apply if Robinson's actions crossed state lines, involved organized networks, or triggered national security concerns. Tonight, the search for truth is expanding from physical evidence to digital DNA. The arrest of Tyler Robinson has already sent political shockwaves through Washington and beyond, with leaders across the spectrum weighing in on what it means for a country already scarred by rising violence. Former President Trump, who only days earlier had blamed radical left lunatics for Charlie Kirk's death, doubled down in remarks today, calling Robinson's capture the first step toward justice, but warning that political hatred remains unchecked. Critics, however, accuse Trump of fueling division by focusing only on attacks against Republicans, while neglecting recent violence aimed at Democrats. On Capitol Hill, a moment of silence for Kirk quickly turned into a heated argument over whether both parties are willing to condemn political violence without exception. Speaker Mike Johnson urged unity, warning lawmakers that the nation's enemies, foreign and domestic, are exploiting these tragedies to deepen division. Intelligence officials echoed that warning, confirming that bot networks linked to Russia and China have been amplifying disinformation online, trying to turn Robinson's arrest into a rallying cry for extremism. Meanwhile, vigils continue in Utah and across the nation, where mourners hold candles and flags, searching for meaning in a killing that has shaken families, campuses, and communities. The arrest may bring relief, but it has also reignited America's deepest debates. Tonight, federal and state authorities are working side by side to turn Tyler Robinson's arrest into a fully mapped case. Investigators say the process now hinges on forensic connections. Can they directly tie the recovered rifle to Robinson? And can the palm prints lifted from the rooftop be matched to him beyond doubt? At Quantico, FBI technicians are using advanced DNA extraction on partial smudges, while ballistics experts compare markings on the recovered cartridges to the weapon itself. These technical details may sound routine, but they form the backbone of a case that could end in life imprisonment if Robinson is convicted. Meanwhile, the $100,000 reward announced earlier in the week has already proven valuable. Authorities confirm that tips generated by the reward campaign played a role in narrowing down Robinson's movements and confirming his identity. Thousands of calls and digital submissions continue to pour in, with officials urging the public not to let the arrest stop the flow of information. Every lead, they say, helps close gaps in the timeline from when Robinson allegedly arrived on campus at 11:50 to a.m. to the moment he disappeared into the woods. For law enforcement, the goal is no longer just to hold a suspected, it is to present an airtight case that can withstand the nation's scrutiny. As Tyler Robinson sits in custody tonight, the country finds itself at a crossroads. For days, the suspect was only a shadow on a rooftop, a fleeting figure caught in grainy video. Now, with a name and a face, the focus shifts from the mystery of who to the far more pressing question of why. Investigators will dig through his past, his digital conversations, and his motives to piece together the path that led him to Utah Valley University. With a rifle in hand, for Charlie Kirk's family, the arrest does not erase their grief, but it offers the first step toward closure after days of anguish. In Phoenix, his widow has returned home with their children, watched by a nation mourning alongside them. On campuses, students whisper about the meaning of free speech, safety, and political discourse in an era when debates can turn deadly. In Washington, leaders plead for calm, even as partisanship continues to sharpen the lines of division. And across America, parents, students, and citizens alike are left with a haunting reminder. One man's bullet can ignite a storm, but it is unity or the lack of it that will decide how the nation emerges. Tonight, Robinson is in custody. The rooftop is silent, but the questions he leaves behind echo louder than ever.